Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Off. My name is Wally. If this is your first time joining, thank you and welcome to Off. And if this is not your first time joining, thank you for your support. First and foremost, thank you. And this is episode 4, you guys. 4. I'm excited. This is episode 4. Um, so today's title is going to be about how being an empath I'm going to say it. I'm going to try to rephrase that. The importance of having a foundation for being an empath. When you are an empath, let me rephrase that. So the topic the reason why I chose the topic, as you guys know, I'll go through 2 weeks of everything that I go through. And what I go through, I'll basically want to come back here and try to teach you guys what I learned to help guide and help those who need help. And if, I'm also thinking about not opening, but starting a mentorship to help people who want help. Because there's people out there who have never been guided, who never got the help, who never had the money to go and buy mentorship or buy coaching, you know? Um, but so that's why I technically do this podcast for the newcomers. But today, I am going to be using my notes because I did want to explain partially, what an empath is, how to identify if you are an empath, and what helps you like stay structured and keep your peace and stay grounded and understand what it means when you are empath. I'm also going to share a story to how I know and I was able to identify as well, how I identified oh snap, I'm an empath. Um, it wasn't that easy. It has been over the years, like since I was really young. But first, I'm going to define empath. As I said it before, I'm going to be using my notes because I did write down a definition. I don't want to just be using it from my own words. I did my research and I want to help you guys, know. Because at first, I didn't know, when I don't know things, I look it up. And some people don't have that, oh, let me look it up. Some people just want to watch a video, watch a podcast and learn. Um, and if that is you, that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. So, for starters, being an empath. So, what's the definition of an empath? So, I have here basically an empath is a person who has a strong ability to sense, feel, understand the emotions and energy and moods of others, often as if those feelings were their own. So, that's the definition. From reading that, I'm pretty sure some of you can have okay, maybe I might be an empath. um, and then I'm gonna go as to ways how you can identify, um, to know if you are an empath. Ways you can, identify to know as if you absorb others' emotions easily. You are highly intuitive. And when I mean highly intuitive, I mean like you just know things without explaining. Like you just know. You're like, yeah, no, this doesn't make sense. I know. Um, you feel overwhelmed in crowds or conflict or drama. You're naturally compassionate and giving. You pick up on energy beyond words. Like for example, you can step into a room and you just know that no, this is not it. I need to go home. um, you need regular solitude, and for the people who don't know what solitude is, that's just spending time alone by yourself. You struggle with boundaries at time, and when I mean boundaries, that means protecting yourself. Doing things that protect yourself and protect your energy. You basically struggle with holding those up. You're deeply connected to nature or animals. For starters, before I even start, I like animals. I do not own an animal. I did. I most definitely did. But when I did, I feel like it was just too much work. It was a lot of work. But I really do want a dog. Like I want one of them little small dogs where you can like you can pick them up, and I'm that bougie. That's me. That's me. I that's what I want. I want one of those small little dogs so that when I want to go wash him up, I can pick him up and go wash him up. Cause I had a dog. The dog grew and grew, and bruh, he got heavy and heavy, and I'm like, how am I supposed to keep picking you up when you keep dirtying it? So I can't keep. And for me, I love when things smell good. And I hate like a pet peeve of mine is when something just doesn't smell good. It just stinks. It ain't it. It is not it. Like it is just not it. So for me having a dog would mean that I would have to wash my pet often. I would have to make sure that I have odor and things like that because I don't want to come into my house and my house smells like what is that? Like no, that is a pet peeve of mine. Um uh and nature. Nature for me, I hate bugs. Long story short is I feel like that kind of applies to me because I feel like I am an empath. But that applies to me in a certain sense. Like I love dogs and I love to go step on grass, but I hate bugs and I don't want for things to stink. Like I don't know. So, mm, but that's how you're able to identify if you could potentially possibly be an empath. Now, the whole point of this video is to help you do a day to day life, do a daily life, like doing your daily routines and what it means to have a foundation. Now, when I say having a foundation, I mean praying, meditating, manifesting, just keeping a routine that grounds you, your energy, and helps you keep to be connected to God and stay connected to God. It also helps you identify that sometimes you have to like check yourself. Like, is this my energy? Is this how I feel? Like you gotta actually why do I feel this way? Because half of the time you don't even know. And if you don't know, they're not yours. They're not your feelings, they're not your emotions, they're not your mood. I suggest for me, everybody's different, but I suggest finding out how you can ground yourself and release that energy off of you if it's not yours. Because you do have people who send energy, you also have people who you'll send like sense their energy and they're not even in your atmosphere. So, but the main topic, like I said, was foundation. So I wanted to give you a rundown of what an empath is, how you can identify as an empath, and now we're here at the foundation. So for the foundation, with having a foundation, the reason why you want to have a foundation, it basically protects your energy. It protects your energy from negative thinking, because sometimes you may connect to somebody and you're like, oh my God, this person like always thinks negative, or they're feared, they're scared. So guess what? Sometimes you might attach to what they're feeling because you're an empath, and it's nothing wrong with that. And for years I've been like, what is going on with me? And now I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Um, Another thing why foundation is important is it keeps you rooted in the truth and in balance. It also strengthens your connection to God, of course. It builds resilience, meaning you get over things much quicker. You balance yourself much quicker. Like if you're going through challenges, you're like, what's going on? Your foundation helps you get over it so much quicker. It also encourages consistent growth. It allows you to grow because as an empath, you got to think about it because now you got to go deep within to understand if these are your feelings. Because if they're not your feelings, you got to balance yourself and release them. But if they are your feelings, you have to sit in it and understand and release it and feel it so that it, don't keep coming up. Um, so that is the structure. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get into the story of how I was able to know that potentially me, I was an empath, how I found out I was an empath, and how today I'm learning about foundation. So potentially when I was young, I was young, real I don't know, I was in high school, probably even younger. I used to always cry. I used to cry and not know why I'm crying. My mother used to be like, "Girl, you all cry, baby. Why are you crying?" And I used to be like, "I don't know." I don't know. Whole time these are not even probably my emotions. Like, can you imagine crying? You don't even know why you crying. Like, bruh. So that would happen. Like that's one thing I remember from my past. Like I cried consistently and didn't know why, or you felt the need to cry. Like for me, I always felt like, okay, I haven't cried in a week or a month. I need to cry, girl. Yes, you need to cry because you need to release, release that energy that probably's not yours. I feel like these last 2 weeks have been like, girl, foundation. So I have been thinking like, dang, I have for me. I remember telling y'all in like the past episodes where I had like five five prayers and 20 manifestations and just a whole routine that I would do morning, night, and it was almost as if I had to like structure it because it don't get me wrong, foundation works. Praying in the morning works. Praying at night works. Manifesting helps. It's like a reminder to yourself of who you are. But girl, girl, lately I've been I slowed down. I'm gonna say I slowed down with my foundation because having a foundation can potentially turn into a ritual almost. If you like do it like every day, every morning, and you're not understanding why you're doing it or why you need to do it or why it's important. For me, not having that understanding, it became a dread. Like, oh, I gotta get up at 5 o'clock because I gotta do this before I leave. It's like, oh my god, it's so long. And now I'm like, no, I gotta get up. This is like brushing your teeth. Like if you go outside, you don't brush your teeth, you like, bro, what happened? My breath stinks. It's like brushing your teeth. As an empath, you need it. It's like it's a requirement. For me, I learned that. Let me tell y'all what happened. For me, before I even stepped into like understanding how I'm an empath, because I've been told I was an empath. Then I was like, okay, maybe I am an empath. Then I started claiming I was an empath. And then when I started claiming it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm an empath. I got asked, what is an empath? Why are you like what does it mean to be an empath? And I started to know, of course, it's when you feel other people's feelings and emotions and it's not yours. Like I knew that. I was like, okay. But I never like really dug deep. And when I say dug deep, I mean like I never really like sat down and understood like dang, like I'm this happy go lucky, joyful person who just loves life and loves, the small things. And for me, when I'm like, you know, automatically or out of nowhere, like bombarded with emotions or feelings that are not mine, I would take them as they're mine. I was taking them, but now I'm like, no, no, this is mine. What? That's not who I am. It's almost as if you have to identify who you are in order for you to know if these feelings and these moods are yours. And for me, these last 2 weeks have been very interesting. It has been very interesting because now for me it's like okay, it's like I know this now. Like I get up at 5, and it's almost as if like, hey, look, no, I need to come back. I need to say my prayers. I need to read my Bible, and I need to manifest. It's almost as if, okay, if I knew that this was happening, and my apologies if I just start going everywhere because sometimes I'll forget where I was talking or what I was talking about, so I'll like go over whatever. But um, for me, back to the foundation. So for me, I was like, okay, I knew, like I almost knew that, okay, I knew that I was an empath. I knew that what an empath meant. I just never dug deep. So I think these 2 weeks have been the first time I've actually dug deep to, like, okay, what does this mean? Being an empath, what does it exactly mean? And how can I help others? Because I know I'm not the only person sitting here going through this as an empath. So I decided these 2 weeks to dig deep and, define and understand it. And now I understand that foundation is really important. Foundation is actually kind of part of getting back to my peace. Because remember, we were talking about in other episodes how I'm trying to get my peace back. And y'all, the foundation is the most important part of it. Since then, I think the most dreadful part for me was probably my 20,000 manifestations. So I had to like tweak that. I had to like edit it or whatever. But now it's almost as if now that God was able to actually sit me down and understand the why and how everything kind of came together, it's more so that I know that it's a requirement and I have to do it. So I'm hoping like I can, help others to just understand how important it is to have a foundation and having a foundation and what having a foundation is to you, because having a foundation doesn't necessarily mean you you sage or you take salt baths or you you read your Bible in the morning. However, you are supposed to read every day. But maybe your foundation might identify as doing, your routine the way you do it. But identifying what is your routine, what will help you. Because as an empath, it is very important. When I say important, it is very important. It's very important. I don't think you understand how important it is. Child. It is so important, y'all. Before I even like dug deep to understand my foundation, I knew for some reason that praying and manifesting had to be a part of my daily routine. That happened when I had a daily routine. Before all of this, I had a daily routine and I stopped. One day I stopped. And everything just like my brain wouldn't brain. My mind was instantly going into like negative thinking. Everything was happening. And then I did it the next day. I did my manifestation and my prayer the next day. And I was okay. So then I automatically knew, okay, this is required. But I didn't know why at that point. And now I'm like, this is the why. The why is because it keeps you balanced. It keeps you know who you are. And it helps you stay connected to God so that God can help and use you. But besides the foundation, I did have a few messages. Well, just two, only two. Two messages that I wanted to share that came to me while meditating and praying before I started the video. So here they are. Sometimes, if you are going through things, right? Sometimes God like needs you just to like let go and release. And if you let go and release, He'll show you. He'll show you what He needs you to see. And I say this because those last 2 weeks have been saying, "Girl, let go, let go, let go, let go." And every time I feel like I'm letting go, girl, I got my pinky right there. Like, nah, nah, not even knowing, but just unconsciously, just got my little pinky. But fully surrendering. And sometimes if you like refuse to let go, um, God will make you so exhausted. He will put you through what He feels you need to go through so that you can be so exhausted that you don't even want to do anything anymore, that you can fully surrender to Him. So if that is you, because I did have that down to say, I don't know who this is for, but it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. It is okay to let go. Um, Also, the last thing that I had was it is also okay to mess up. I don't know why I needed to say that, but it is definitely okay to mess up as long as you learn from it. And the reason why I said that because if you potentially, what is contentionally? Anyway, if you potentially, if you potentially go through things right, and you refuse to learn the lesson, or he sees that you're not learning the lesson, and you will continue to go through it. It will become a cycle until you learn that what this is. So I wanted to say it's okay to mess up because I notice that sometimes the devil will use these things, to attack you. And you just gotta know who you are. You have to know that God doesn't define you around your choices. He just defines you around your heart. And that's not only something I feel like y'all needed to hear, but that's something I needed to hear myself because I did choose to do something. I don't want to go too much into it, but I did make a choice that made me feel so horrible, and I was like, oh my god, no, 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 no! I repent. I didn't. I repent, but it was so heavy on me because it was like that's not who I am. That's not my heart. So it was so heavy on me. Like I'm a person who takes take like goals. How you say it? I'm a person who's like so hard on themselves, right? And I was so hard on myself. I eventually like read my Bible, and after I was able to read my Bible was able to say, hey, I don't know if y'all read the part the Judges chapters helped me because it's like, oh my God, the Israelites, they like abandoned God so many times, and He forgave them each time that they surrendered and like showed their heart to Him. So it was like that was one time, like, okay. That's not who I am. That's not what I want to do. That wasn't even my intentions. So I just, have good intentions. If you have good intentions and you probably didn't mean to even choose, or that's not who you are, identify who you are. And that's not who you are, don't allow the devil to use those things against you. Don't, because they will. They'll make it seem like, oh, you're this horrible person. Oh, you messed up. Oh, God is gonna crucify you. But if you surrendered and you poured out your heart to God, baby. But that was my message today. I am thinking about offering assistance. I'm not too sure yet. I want to say in the coming month, probably. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. Who knows? If God says the next month, we'll do it next month. If He says right now, we'll do it right now. But I will be offering assistance for people who needs help, who just want to have a counsel, with me, who want to just, who just want to come to me and get help. Because I seen, I am a person who gives advice to help people, and I'm a good listener. Like I'll listen and I'll give out advice. No, it's a judgment free zone here. I do not judge anybody, and the reason why I do not judge people is because everybody goes through, like I said before, everybody goes through what they go through. Everybody has different paths. Everybody don't have the same path. Sometimes what others may have, resources others may have, others don't. And I think I do want to offer that free, counsels for others to just talk or to just get insight. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure when, but I will let you guys know. But it's your girl Wally. If this helped you, if this video helped you, if it helped you, if it helped you. No, I'm so silly. If it helped you, share it with someone else. Maybe it might help them. Who knows? But if it didn't, that's okay too. Come back for the energy and enjoyment. But anyway, it's your girl Wally, and I'm out.